Luffy, you will be the initiator of this plan. As soon as I saw that in the chapter, I was like, GG. GG. Well, we know for a fact how Luffy is. When this man is given that type of role to initiate in a big operation like this, to follow the entire plan, that's probably not gonna happen. I have a very bad feeling that something is going to go wrong. Luffy is going to initiate early or initiate too late, and it's going to cause everything to go completely fucking south because of the earplugs to, you know, Luffy being Luffy. So let's discuss that. So this chapter dives straight headfirst into how our characters are going to take down Big Mom. Now, I really like the actual time frame that it's going to take to take down Big Mom. They have only 5 to 10 seconds to take down Big Mom, to make a big enough opening to be able to put her down. And that right there, I'm like, yo, that the 5 seconds to be able to bring down Big Mom, to even able to hurt her, is absolutely insane. Because the entire chapter goes to show that Big Mom, she has insane strength. You cannot really damage her body. Even if you were to shoot her with gunfire or whatever, it doesn't hurt her body. The only time that she's ever been injured is when one time she was at a tea party, she had this picture, and it got, you know, it fell down, and she got really upset, and then she injured her knees because she screamed and then caused everybody to knock out around her, and like I said, she injured her knees. So Big Mom, she has a crucial weakness. However, when it comes to her overall strength, though, fighting Big Mom in a straight-up fight, you cannot do that. Which really just goes to show you how impressive Brook was when he faced Big Mom. I mean, once again, let's just factor this in, okay? Brook fought Big Mom. Yes, Big Mom probably was holding back because she didn't want to kill Brook because, you know, she wanted a new toy. That's kind of obvious. Still, Brook was able to hold his own, not die completely like fucking instantly, and he was able to do some damage to, you know, the spirits that are around Big Mom. So when you think about it like that, you're like, holy shit, Brook, you're pretty fucking incredible to be able to do something like that, to be able to stand up to Big Mom and do some form of damage to her even before this plan is initiated in the first place. Like, GG, Brook, you a good man. Okay, so let's talk about the plan overall. So Luffy's the initiator. He's gonna be the one that goes in. He's like starting the entire shitstorm and all that. He's the decoy, or the Straw Hats are in general. And he says in this chapter, like, okay, I want to do something very funny. Like, it's gonna be very funny. And obviously, we didn't get to find out exactly what Luffy wants to do, which is not a good sign at all. Because, I mean, knowing Luffy, he wants to do something funny. It's at a crucial moment. It's gonna be something insane. And, oh my god, like, you know Luffy's gonna fuck something up. Like, this man is gonna do something really bad, because let's actually factor in that Luffy's gonna have earplugs inside of his ear, because let's look at the details of this chapter. Apparently, when Big Mom reaches the point to where she has her weakness come out and all that, and she can be injured, she wails, like she screams and begs like she's having a fit or whatever, and when she, you know, can easily be injured, she actually lets out, you know, Haki, conquers Haki to knock everyone out around her, and the only way that they're gonna be able to resist this is through earplugs. Now, from what I am assuming here, judging by the roar of Big Mom and how she screamed and could knock people out with her Conqueror's Haki, the roar most likely is fucking insanely loud. Like, very, very, very loud. That could possibly shatter glass, can, you know, probably just shake the entire surroundings. Most likely, it's louder than a gunshot. And when you factor in that the actual signal of the initiation is going to be a gunshot, for instance, Pudding trying to shoot Sanji, that is not a good thing at all, because that would mean that the gunshot obviously is going to be a lot quieter than Big Mom's scream, because judging by the details we got in this chapter, Big Mom's scream is going to be insane. So because of this, we can only assume that someone is going to fuck up here. Someone's not going to be able to hear the gunshot, and then, you know, the initiation's not going to happen, especially if Luffy decides to do something crazy and he hides somewhere else or whatever, and he doesn't, you know, hear the gunshot. That's going to be bad. So because of this, it's not looking too good, because the earplug seems like it's gonna throw something off, because number one, let's just say that, you could still hear a gunshot even with the earplugs, okay? And through Big Mom's scream, let's just assume that you hear it. What's to say that someone might not accidentally fuck up beforehand? Like, let's say an accidental gunshot goes off when the tea party happens, and then Luffy accidentally mistakes that. He jumps out, initiates, he's like, oh shit, it was too early or too late, and then, you know, all chaos starts to happen. So that's not good either. So there is a lot of ways that this plan could go wrong, and Capone, oh my god, this plan is about to get ruined that you made up. Like, this entire plan you made is going to get ruined thanks to Luffy. Because this man, he cannot follow plans right. Like, he can't. And especially with something like this, initiating all that. Oh, fuck no. It's not happening. It is not happening. So, besides that, let's just talk about the fact that in this, time frame, though, they're gonna have only a couple of seconds to take down Big Mom, and every second is crucial because you're gonna have all of these big executives and stuff of Big Mom coming straight at you while she's welling, which I can't even begin to imagine what's probably gonna happen in these upcoming chapters, because I don't think Oda has ever worked with chapters, like, in the seconds. Like, I know he's done, time limits and stuff with a couple minutes and all that with bombs and stuff, like Dressrosa, for instance, but I don't think Oda has ever made, like, an arc or a big important event like this in just like 5 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds. I don't think he ever has. And I'm really curious to see how Oda writes these pages, because one of the big things about this is because you can get some really intense interactions out of something like this. I mean, if you think about Hunter x Hunter, if you've ever read Hunter x Hunter, and you know how Togashi does some of his, fights and stuff with a couple of seconds passing, like in a certain episode, that's absolutely fucking ridiculous, and it can get very tense, and judging by how Oda knows how to add some tension here and there, I can't imagine how some of these chapters are going to be if we do have, like, a chapter only for 1 second or even half a second, with seeing, like, an executive moving towards the Capone or something, trying to put him down, or someone trying to move towards the Straw Hats to kill him or whatever. Yeah, I could see something like that happening, or like a chapter just focuses on the characters just, trying to outthink the other in such a quick process because everybody's moving so fast and they gotta keep moving. Now, speaking of which, I need to talk about Sanji for a second. Did anyone else get a chuckle out of this chapter when Sanji straight up said, like, I just gotta dodge, Pudding's bullet, she's gonna try to shoot me as soon as I go in for a kiss? Like, did anyone else not get a chuckle at that scene when he's like, oh, I'm gonna casually just dodge a gunshot, like, it's fine? I'm like, Sanji, like, she's about to shoot you point fucking blank, like, she's gonna shoot you point blank, and you are going to dodge that, casually dodge it like it's nothing. I'm like, oh my god, just, I guess that's the less threatening thing out of the entirety of the tea party when you think about it. I mean, Sanji getting shot, that's the least of concerns. I mean, Big Mom's there, all the executives are there, shit can go down really bad. What's to say that that photo of Mother is actually going to even affect Big Mom in the first place? I mean, a lot of, different things can happen. There is a lot of different paths that this overall plan could take, and it could go really wrong really quickly. So, let's talk about that photo for a second. The benefactor to Big Mom. Who is that? That is the question I have. That is something that really got my attention when I was reading this chapter. Who is that benefactor? Because of the name, I instantly assumed it might be the mother of Big Mom. That's what I assumed. I assumed, like, maybe it's the mother or something, like a deceased, her deceased mother, and maybe that's why she got upset, or maybe a sister, or something like that. And there was something that was very interesting that Chibi told me on Twitter, and I take no credit for, but Chibi mentioned this to me on Twitter, and I was like, ooh, that's pretty damn fascinating. This is what the Chibi said. They said that what if that photo was like the original Big Mom? That's what Chibi told me on Twitter. I'm like, huh? And they explained saying, like, oh, the actual photo, what if that photo is like the original Big Mom, but the Big Mom we see is actually like a part of her soul, like, a different segment of her soul that carried on, and that was like the full original body or something. That's what, like, the Chibi said. I'm like, huh, that's kind of interesting if that would be the original Big Mom, and maybe the Big Mom we know as the Yonko is not really the original. Who knows? Regardless, though, I do think that this overall chapter was a very good setup chapter for the events to come, especially with finding out everybody's role of what they're going to be doing, to also how the mirror world's going to be used to get everybody off the fucking island. I mean, that's the end game right there with this plan. Once everything is done, Big Mom is assassinated, they got the Vinsmoke family safe and all of that, they're going to have to get into the mirror world, get on their separate ships, and get the fuck out of there. Everybody goes their separate ways, and the alliance is called off. So Caesar might finally be free for the first time in a long time. This man might actually get to be free and not have his heart constantly grabbed and, like, you know, just crushed constantly and hurting this man. He might finally get to be free for a good long while. So that's kind of good when you think about it. So Caesar, you're gonna be free. You're gonna be free if everything works out. Now let's talk about the actual Caesar part. I like how Caesar, this man, was so cocky and smug in this chapter. This man's like, I am the genius, Gastino, and then, like, you're an idiot, you're stupid. He's looking at fucking Capone. I just love the facial reactions that Caesar had in this chapter. It made me chuckle a little bit when I saw how he was interacting with Capone, but also interacting with the Straw Hats too. It was funny. So overall, I feel like this chapter of One Piece, great chapter. I can't wait to see, like I said, what's going to happen with the plan and how Luffy's going to fuck it up. I can't wait to see exactly what will happen when it comes to the fact with this picture. I mean, who is it? I mean, is it Big Mom's mother? Is it like the original Big Mom or something, according to what, you know, a couple Chibas are telling me? Or is it, you know, something else, like a sister or something, or a daughter, someone that Big Mom truly cares about? We'll have to see when, you know, time progresses, but I feel like that's going to be a very crucial plot point in this arc. That is going to be very, very important. And if it's not revealed in this arc, then that means that is a very important plot point. Like, that is something like in-game plot point if Oda doesn't reveal that in this arc. So we'll see where it goes. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.